WMAZ weather, sponsored by Bucky Holland Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Anytime we're under the normal high for this time of year, we take it as a win, Ben.
Yeah, Lori and I were talking about yesterday, last week. I mean, you're just putting up those serious numbers up there. So this is actually a good thing. You get, late July into early August, you're like, just stay indoors. But if you can get upper 80s, take it. And that's what we're seeing in some spots, including Macon, 86. With some rain off in the distance. You can see it coming down out of some of the clouds there. Here's a look at tonight. Could see rain in spots. It's just a different way of saying the same thing. Rain possible, may see rain, all the different things that we put on there. So there is a 90 in Warner Robins. That is the top number we have for now, but everybody else somewhere in the mid to upper 80s. And you can kind of see where some of the rain-cooled air is. Again, the number in Dublin doesn't make sense. So hopefully that'll eventually kind of get calibrated, I think, at some point, whatever that sensor's doing. 91, 92, 94, these are the heat index numbers. And as you look at the radar shot, you can see where the rain is, and some of it's coming down in buckets in some of the same places where we saw it last night. Oconee to Sinclair here. This was an area that saw a pretty good lightning show last night, and this is where things are kind of firing up again this afternoon. So Putnam, Baldwin, parts of Hancock, most of it now is either in Putnam or Baldwin-Wilkinson. And you can see it kind of down here heading toward Irwinton. There's been a little bit going on in parts of Monroe and Jones, parts of North Bibb seeing a little bit. And we have some outflow boundaries. Yes, that's exactly right. Those green lines, that's the wind coming out of these thunderstorms. Again, they act like little miniature cold fronts. And when they collide, sometimes you'll see thunderstorms develop where this goes on. So there's one there, there's kind of one here. We'll see if this kind of comes together in a little bit. Taylor County with a little bit, southern parts of Lawrence County with a thunderstorm or two. Now, the big picture. So let's see, what does Future View think about tonight? Well, it's obviously going to say that the stuff could continue at least for another hour or two. The question is, this time of year, does it keep going and later in the evening? And sometimes does it keep going even past midnight? This one tries to kind of shut it down, say 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And then we'll see if that's the case, or maybe there's a blip later. This is 1, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, right on time. Thunderstorms firing up once again, so this is going to go into around this time tomorrow. This will take us into 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Earlier it was showing stuff for later on tomorrow night, not so much now. This goes into Thursday. What a shock. We get into the afternoon and we get a couple of showers and storms here on in toward the evening time. And then eventually, once we lose the heat of the day, we'll lose those storms. So as far as the long range is concerned, again, playing in the weekend, Friday, we know, scattered stuff. We may see an isolated to scattered shower storm on Saturday, on into Sunday. So it is more of the same. We're going to say around 90 tomorrow, calling it low 90s as we go through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, same thing going into next week. Again, this time of year, you start looking around in the Gulf and the Atlantic to see if you're seeing something tropical, and I'm looking long range out 2 weeks. And I don't see anything. So far, so good on that.